Welcome to Financial Journeys. My name is Daksh Bhosle. I am 8 years old.
And my name is Saili Bhosle. I am 9 years old.
Today we are going to tell you the story of the big bull, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was brought up in Mumbai. His father worked as a commissioner of income tax. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's fascination for the stock markets began at an early age. Rakesh used to hear his father talk about the stock markets with his friends. He grew curious about stocks and made observations about the constantly moving share prices of companies. When he asked his father for the reason in the change in stock price of Gwalior Rayon, his dad advised him to read newspapers, saying that news affects the prices of stocks in the immediate term, and to check if there was any news relating to the company.
राकेश झुनझुनवाला को स्टॉक मार्केट के प्रति लगाव बहुत कम उम्र में हुआ था। वो अपने पिताजी को उनके मित्रों के साथ स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में बात करते हुए सुनते थे।
Rakesh Jhunjhunwala wanted to enter the stock markets, but on advice from his father to pursue a professional qualification, he first completed his chartered accountancy course in India.
My name is Krishna. I am 17 years old. Without any financial assistance, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala entered the stock markets when the Bombay Stock Exchange was trading at just 150. He began investing with about 5,000 rupees. One of his initial investments include Tata Tea. He bought 5,000 shares of Tata Tea at 43 rupees per share and watched the stock price triple to 143 rupees within 3 months. He also saw an opportunity in Sesa Goa, which was involved mainly in the iron ore commodity. Due to huge drops in prices of iron ore, the share price of Sesa Goa had crashed to a low of about 20 rupees per share. Sesa Goa आयरन ओर के ऑपरेशंस के अंदर इन्वॉल्व थी और क्योंकि आयरन ओर इंडस्ट्री के अंदर एक रिसेशन चल रहा था, उनकी प्राइसेस बहुत गिर गई थी, तो सेसा गोवा इस कंपनी के भी शेयर प्राइस क्रैश हो गई थी 20 रुपीस के आसपास. Even though there was quite a bit of apprehension regarding the future of the company, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had conviction in his research. He bought the stocks at those depressed levels and started selling them once it had reached a price of about 2,200 rupees per share. राकेश झुनझुनवाला ने सेसा गोवा के शेयर्स 20 रुपए के आसपास खरीदे और उन्हें बेचना चालू किया जब उनकी शेयर प्राइस 2200 के आसपास आ गई थी. In the Harshad Mehta events of 1992, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was one of the investors short selling heavily. Another legendary investor who was short selling was Radhakishan Damani, who Rakesh Jhunjhunwala considers as his mentor. We have already made a video on Radhakishan Damani, link is in the description below. As Rakesh Jhunjhunwala mentions himself, these investors made a lot of money by short selling the stocks which were being pumped by Harshad Mehta and were one of the investors who did not get caught in Harshad's bull ride and watched it from the sidelines until they found the right opportunity coming and profited from the falling stock prices of these companies when the scam was uncovered in 1992. राकेश झुनझुनवाला और राधाकिशन दमानी ने हर्षद मेहता के पंप किए हुए स्टॉक्स के अंदर ना फंसते हुए उन्हें शॉर्ट सेल किया और प्रॉफिट्स कमाए. राकेश झुनझुनवाला सेट अप हिज ओन AMC, that is asset management company called Rare Enterprises in 2003. The RA in Rare stands for Rakesh and the RE stands for Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's wife Rekha Jhunjhunwala, who is also a stock market investor. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has considerable holdings in several major companies like the watch and jewelry maker Titan, the automobile manufacturer Tata Motors, CRISIL, which is a popular rating agency, and Nazara Technologies, which went public this year, becoming India's first publicly traded gaming company. And these are just some of the largest holdings of Rare Enterprises. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has also ventured into Bollywood movie production and has financed movies such as English Winglish, Shamitab and Key and Ka. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is a very popular personality in the investor community. There doesn't go by a single day without India's leading financial news agencies writing up articles and headlines about the big bull's status in the markets. And he also possesses a huge fan base which admires him a lot and will almost blindly follow any of his trading decisions. But as mentioned before, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is not affected by these, and he is a man of conviction and independent thinking. Nearly everyone knows about the profits that he has made in the past and the ones that he makes regularly, but relatively few know that the big bull made huge losses in his short selling ventures of 1992, going against the masses and short selling when almost everyone was buying, before the scam finally went public and the tides turned. Also, in the recession of 2008, his stocks lost about 30% of their value, and it took him about 3 years to completely recover from all the losses. But none of these have been able to revoke the independent thinking status of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala also entered the Indian airline industry recently. He is starting a low-cost airline from scratch called Akasa Airlines and is holding a 40% stake in the company at a time when most business conglomerates would do anything to stay away from the Indian airline industry. This decision was probably out of the observation that even the market leader Indigo Airlines is bleeding money, and it probably wouldn't survive if it doesn't regain its profitability soon. Though there are new challenges for Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. With the recent Tata Sons takeover of Air India, there would probably be a strong competitor waiting for Akasa in the industry. Currently, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has a net worth of about $5.8 billion. That is over 40,000 crore rupees. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is also the chairman of Hungama Digital Media Entertainment Private Limited and is on the board of several companies like Geojit Financial Services, Prime Focus Limited and Praj Industries Limited, among many others. Also known as the Warren Buffett of India, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is an optimist and is very bullish on the future of India.
The entrepreneurship is in our blood. We forget that in the 17th century, 40% of world GDP was India. So it's not as if, we are a newcomer come here. We are only trying to reach where we were about 4 centuries ago. So I see no reason why India is not going to have $15,000 or $20,000 GDP. So I am even confident that we will achieve it.
अगर ये वीडियो आपको पसंद आई तो प्लीज लाइक बटन दबाओ
And stay tuned for regular videos on weekends. I am Daksh Bhosle signing off. Bye-bye.